Good morning. This is Rosemary. This is the Lightwalker's Path, a place for enlightened conversation and life shifters like today's guest, Masa Shah, a TEDx speaker, author of 4 books, and Gen Z mentor. And I'm really excited to join you in with the show today. So, how are you doing, Masa?
Thank you, Rosemary, for having me on the show. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Good to see you,
Wonderful.
actually.
Wonderful. So I'm excited to be able to share what you do with the listeners today. I've been looking at your things on Instagram, and I love a lot of your quotes. One of them is, "Fear isn't your energy, it's your GPS." And I've read that. I'm
Absolutely.
like, I love that. So I'd like you to talk about some of the things that you do to shift your listeners. And you might talk on that quote if you'd like to.
So, why I said that fear is your GPS is a few years back, I was in Morocco, and I was doing a project there, and one of my friend and colleague, she's from California, Louise, and she's
Hmm.
a mountaineer.
Hmm.
So she said, why don't we go to the highest peak of North Africa because we are in North Africa in
Oh,
Morocco.
okay.
So I said, which one is here? She said Mount Toubkal. I said, wow. So she said, why don't we go there? And it was a bit scary
Yeah.
because I had I had done trekking and all that, but not at the professional level. I was not had done never done that professional level, but I was excited. I said yes, and we made a plan and all those things. We started one weekend. We started this hike in Atlas Mountains,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we went to base camp, and then from base camp we started to the second base camp, which was around 3,000 feet high,
Oh.
and it was. I mean, when I reached there, it was minus 15, minus 20-degree
Oh
temperature.
my
It was
gosh.
so fucking cold. But
Wow.
then next day, I mean, I got scared. I mean, going to the peak, which
Yeah.
was next day, and we were the first batch to move. When you go to when you go to the peaks, there are batches which go. You cannot traffic jam. All cannot go at once. So we were the first batch to start in the morning,
Wow.
5 a.m., and we had all those gear up lights and all the gear and rods and everything
Oh
is
my
there.
goodness.
And so it was fair. I was like scared to death.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's a long story, but I have written this in my book, Unleashing. There's a chapter on fear. So I have written whole how I did it. So when I reached Rosemary to the peak, when I touched the
Hmm.
summit, so what I realized is that that fear that was with me, I shredded that fear there.
I love that.
It was actually a GPS. It was actually guiding me to
Guiding you.
achieve something in life, right?
Yes.
Rather than being fearful. So yes,
Yeah.
there was a fear, but it guided me as a GPS to achieve something. So it was inviting me to accept that you can
Yes.
do more. You have that in
Yeah.
you. Don't be scared. So
Absolutely.
that's why I said fear is your
I love
GPS,
that.
Samantha.
So how many days did it take you to get to the top of that mountain? Was it like a week or so, or just a few days?
It was few days. It was few
Yeah.
days. So we
Yeah.
came from we started from Rabat on Friday. We were in Marrakesh on Friday night. Saturday we started early in the morning from Marrakesh. We started we had a jeep where our guide took us to the village, which is where we get gear, all the gear and everything is given. That's a village called Imlil. So that
Yes.
was our starting point on Saturday, and then throughout Saturday we started at around 11 a.m. our
Boy.
journey,
Mm-hmm.
and we reached that first base camp, which was at around 3,000 feet. Was we reached around at in evening like 6 p.m. or something like
Oh,
that.
wow. And how many guides did you have along this? Do you have, I imagine,
So
a certain amount of guides that bring you up there?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you have one guide, one
Uh-huh.
cook,
Okay.
and one mule.
One mule. And then what do you do? Like you camp at night or something? Do you bring like tent gear or something to camp along the way?
Yeah, no, what Moroccan government has done, they have a concrete building
Okay.
there and
Oh,
the first
that's
base
good.
camp. Yeah, it's called it's La Toubkal. It's
Okay.
name of that base camp. So and Rosemary, I was surprised to see there all the mountaineering guys who were there, all the people who were there. Like they were, I was looking like I'm a kid there. Everyone was like in their 50s, 60s,
Oh, that's
and
great.
all the groups. I was like, wow, they were
Yeah,
inspiration to me. Like
yeah,
these, I was like,
sure.
wow, man. So you
Yeah.
stayed there at night in that base camp. So every group has got their own cook
Mm-hmm.
who travels with them, and your luggage goes on the mule.
That's good.
So
That's quite an adventure.
yeah, so it was me, Luis from California, and then there was one more friend of us, Natalie. She was from I think from Boston. Then Eugene was from Canada.
Oh,
One of my more
very
friend, one
diverse.
more friend, he was from Manila, Philippines, and I was there. And I was that time from Ireland. I used to live in Ireland. I came back in India in 2015. So I was
So
living in Ireland, Dublin,
you lived in Ireland. How long did you live in Ireland? How many years?
around 5 years.
5 years. So that's quite a culture difference, yes? All right.
Absolutely.
So what made you go to Ireland from India? Was just
I
experience
was
or
on a yeah, I was on a work permit. I was working there.
very cool. And I know your book, you just mentioned Unleashing Your Radiant Self. That's where you outline your journey of getting rid of fear, right?
Yes, that was
Okay.
one of the area where I just said, okay, man, this is
Love that.
something. And you know what, you that I am so grateful that I had that friend of mine, Louise. I mean, she was like, she was motivating me like anything. She was
Hmm.
only saying me, you are my baby, you are my son, and I know you will achieve something, and you are going to achieve it. And
Yeah.
because when I was at first base camp, I was so scared
Hmm.
because she was briefing us that when
Hmm.
we will go to the tomorrow when we will be on the peak to
Hmm.
going to the peak, so if there is a rock coming, you will not
Yeah.
shout. You will just say rock, rock, rock. If there
Yeah.
is a snow coming, you will say snow, snow,
Avalanche.
snow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So those things were making me so scared. I was
Yeah,
saying,
of
oh
course.
shit.
Bear, polar bear, you know.
And
Oh
you
my
won't
God.
believe it. A week before, I had watched the movie Frozen.
Oh no. Like watching Jaws before you go in the ocean. You just don't do that.
I said, oh my God, all jackals will come and eat me now.
Oh my God. So how old were
Uh,
you when you did that trip?
I was around 28.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Young pup.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes. And
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I realized what is to achieve something on these peaks
yeah.
because you actually, when you touch the peak, you forget everything. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
uh,
amazing.
yeah, I on my TED talk recently, I talked about how you redefine your life. So
I
I
love
told
that.
them, I told them that when you reach such certain heights, you don't remember the chaos, you don't remember the what all mountains you have in your life,
Yeah.
risks,
Yes.
not achieve something, all that all goes away. You are in some other zone when you reach such places. It's like so
Perspective.
amazing.
It's such
Yeah,
a
the
perspective
perspective
for
change.
life, being at a perspective looking down where our lives look so tiny. You're like, why did I worry about that? Here I am at the
Exactly.
top of the world. It's a whole different view, I'm sure.
Uh,
I love
exactly.
also your other quote that we don't lack talent, we lack direction. And I think
Absolutely.
that's really true, especially of people that flounder around and they don't know what their purpose is in life. Like, thank God, I
Ex
always knew my purpose was to educate. I was a teacher for, well, 32 years actually.
wow. All
But and
right.
I also have been a healer for many, many years in my business. But I thank God I always internally had this internal compass where I knew what my purpose was. A lot of people don't have that. So what are some of the things that you do to shift your listeners into knowing their purpose and their path?
Oh, see, this is which is where I actually started mentoring young youth college students
Mm-hmm.
because I feel in today's whole world dynamics and world order, Gen
Hmm.
Z is somewhere lost.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Yes.
And so this unleashing your radiant self is actually for them, because what I'm telling in this book, it's not just a simple plain self-help. It's my story.
Yes.
It's I'm telling them, if I can achieve it or if I can do it, why can't you do it?
That's right.
It's just that you need to know what you want to do in your life. Nobody should pressurize you. Nobody
That's
should tell
right.
you what to do, because
Absolutely.
you yourself are enough to tell yourself, is it right or wrong? Is it
Hmm. That's a
good
great
for me? Yes
choice.
or no? It's
Yeah.
my choice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Rosemary, when I was in college, I wanted to be an actor.
Hmm.
So I took a step. Okay, how should I do it? Rather than thinking how will I do it? I took a step. You
Yes.
need to
That's
take a
it.
step.
Yes.
I
Leap
mean,
and the net will appear, right? The next step.
absolute. What is my next step? Like, say,
Yeah.
even I have mentioned in my book, smart. You have to be smart. Now, how you want to be smart? You can take a small steps. You
Hmm.
can see if they are realistic, yes or no. You have to time box them in how much time I will be able to achieve this. You
Yeah.
have to have every, you don't need anyone to guide you. If
No,
you are exactly, I mean, you must have been seeing so many people who, I mean, in yours when you were teaching, people are lost. They don't know what to do.
they are.
Even even if you mentor them, they are not able to get it because they
No.
don't have that confidence on themselves.
It's just that one action. Like a lot of my clients come to me, I get different age groups, maybe from 25 up to 60 or more. And people are all is struggling with the same thing. You've got to take that one step. It's almost like you take the step and the staircase appears, but you don't know it till you take the step. So it's
Absolutely.
that one action. But if you don't take action, you stay stuck. So it has to be
Exactly.
taking action, one action after the other. So I totally agree with that. And I think the most lost generation are these Gen Z because
Yeah.
they have grown up with maybe technology and everybody else telling them what they should think, how they should look, what they should do, and they don't have that core self that we've identified early on in our lives because you didn't have all that periphery nonsense, you know?
I mean, I feel sorry for them because they try to get the validation from the outside world.
Yes, and you can't get it
They
that way.
are trying to get the validation from the
The
virtual
likes.
world,
Yes,
which is
yes.
not right, actually, right?
No,
They
no.
get, I mean, I understand because their friends, their colleagues, everyone is on the virtual world, so they get that
Yeah,
peer pressure that,
right.
okay, if that person is doing it, I also have to do it, where they get lost in that whole virtuality, and they don't really touch the real sense or their real life. So
That's
that
right.
is where they also not able to focus on their what they want to do in their career.
And I also think it's really hard for this generation, that young generation in particular, to withstand just difficulties in life. I don't think they have the same resilience. Like I know my mother's generation and my generation, we're pretty darn resilient. You go through something, you learn from it. It's not like, oh God, I can't talk about that with you because it may hurt my feelings. Well, it's okay to have your feelings hurt. That's where conversation
Exactly.
comes in. That's where you
Exactly.
develop that resilient and life skill. But I think, it's just such a coddled or frightened generation with all this other stuff that comes at them. They don't know who they are. And I think that's why
Exactly.
what you do is so valuable to be able to guide
Absolutely.
this generation. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel that we have to speak up. I feel
Mhm.
that we have to, because it's just we are in between these two generations. We are between the
Yes,
millennial and Gen Z because we are facing both the
that's right.
generations.
We got one foot in each doorway.
Yeah. So we have the responsibility. I feel that I have the responsibility to tell them that this, what you are doing is not right, and what you have to do is what really matters to you at the end of the day. Because
Yeah.
no, none of the virtual friend or none of the people will come to save you or to guide you once you need them. Or they may
Yes.
say, we don't care, right? So that
Yeah.
is where I tell them, you unleash yourself rather than you telling anyone to
I
tell
love
me what
that.
I am.
Yeah, I have a saying that I tell a lot of my clients. I'll say if you don't trust someone enough to go to them for their advice, then do not take their criticism because then they've
Yes.
got nothing to tell you. So, you have to kind of look at where you're sitting and what your decision is, and then you can ask people what they think, but don't do it beforehand. You're not asking 100 people, you poll everybody about what you should do with your life, you're going to get 100
Mm.
answers, but not the one that's for you. So,
Exactly, because
yeah,
because you were what I in my book I have mentioned that please talk to yourself.
yeah, yeah. Well, I do that, so that's good.
Unless and until you will not talk to yourself, you will not
Yes,
get to know who Rosemary is, who
yeah,
Masa is.
yeah.
Because people say that is stupid. That's not stupid. That is
No,
actual reality.
they call that metacognition, knowing what you know and asking what you don't know to your higher self. So I'm really about like tapping into heart wisdom and also trusting the soul guidance that we all have that we've forgotten is
Absolutely.
there. That's really that
Hmm.
leads you completely is if you are able to tap into that, but not out there because the answer isn't there. It's in us.
It's inside you. I mean, you are
Yeah.
tr but I mean, this is very deep, Rosemary,
Yeah.
because people know it. People have inside everything, but they don't want to touch it. Maybe they are scared.
Yeah.
They are actually scared. They are insecure because if
Hmm.
they start getting the right answers, they may feel, oh,
Make
no, this is not
changes. Yes. Scary changes. I know.
right.
Yes,
So
yes.
I recently was in a workshop, I was taking a theater workshop, and I was telling those people that you really need to talk to yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
need to be a critique. You need to be a
Yes,
very harsh critic of yourself. Then only you will be able to realize who I am and what I need to do.
yes. I also think a lot of it is intention and mindset. Like I start my day each morning with let me be a blessing of light to other people. And then I end the day saying, if I've harmed anyone in thought, word, or deed, please let me see it.
Yeah,
And please let me shift
exactly.
this because you always have to be mindful of where you're sitting and the energy that you put out in the world, especially now.
Absolutely.
Everybody's just, so floundering and lost. We become the
Exactly.
beacons of light for people that seem lost or need some help. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So who has been your great influence in your life as you went on this journey? Was it your experience, your direct experiences, or was it someone that kind of said, "Hey, there's a better way"? Like, who was your mentor in life? Did you have one, or was it just your internal compass?
It's just my internal compass.
Okay, good.
Honestly.
Yeah,
That's why I say it's you.
yeah.
I mean, I grew up as a child. I grew up a child who was always talking to himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Rosemary, but I feel that I had that always that knack. I had that spiritual
I
touch.
had the same thing, so I get it. You get that connection, and you don't know. It's like claircognizance. It's coming in. You
In
don't know
in
where the
my
wisdom's coming from.
this book, this is a poem. These are this is poetry. This is the poems.
Oh, I love
And
it.
in this book, the
Yes,
rivers that raise my heart, the rivers are my emotions.
love that. Love that. I
And
love the note card.
my and I have written all the stories about my childhood where I was something very different. If you see, my first poem is The Starry Child,
Oh, love that.
right? So what I did, I was always used to talk to myself. I had that imaginary friend who used to
Oh,
guide me.
which is actually your angel or your guide.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
that is where you got that, where I got that. Always, I mean, I sometimes feel I matured way young. Uh,
Yes, I understand that.
so that's where as you said, I had angel. So my
You did.
angel
Yeah, yeah,
guided me. I never had mentor, to be very honest.
yeah. Well,
I
you
never
didn't,
had mentor.
you didn't have anybody you could see, but but I understand it completely because I came in knowing I was here before. And
Yo,
I remember I was like 2 years old and I looked down, I was wearing a caftan. And I knew I lived in India at one of my lifetimes. And I'm like, wow, I'm back again. And I
uh-huh.
specifically remember that thought. And I remember the table was way up here because I was very tiny.
Wow.
And I looked at my
Okay.
mother and I didn't understand why she was talking to me as if I was a child when clearly I was an adult. And it took me like a mind shift to figure out, oh, here I am back again in a different place.
Yeah.
But I've had
Do
spontaneous recall of several places I've been.
do you believe in deja vu?
I don't know what that means, but I do believe in reincarnation, even though I
I
was
believe,
Catholic.
yeah, but deja vu is like I saw something and it happened actually.
Oh
So I don't know. I don't know about you, but wherever I go, uh, wherever I go in the world, I tell myself there's a reason I'm here.
I always do that. Yes, and there always is, and I'll always meet that one person that I was supposed to meet. Yeah,
Exactly.
it
So
is. I love
if
that.
there is no reason, I'm not there.
Yeah.
So if I was on the Mount Toubkal or the summit, I did a summit, there was a reason.
Yes.
If I went, I have been around the globe. I call myself a global citizen. I have
Hmm.
been in so many countries I have lived. So I tell myself, there is a reason I'm here. There's a reason I'm here.
Yes. Yes.
Unless until there was no reason,
Yeah.
maybe I learned something from that place or I gave something to that place.
That's right. Yeah. I
So
totally
that
believe
is
that. Yeah. Whatever you just said that word was, tell me that word again, because it's very much.
deja vu.
Oh, deja vu. Yes, I didn't hear you before. Yes, I certainly believe in it, and I've had that a lot of times through my life, and it's
Yeah,
also led me because I always know there's somebody that I'll meet that they need to hear something I have to say, or I need to hear something
exactly.
from them
Absolutely.
to shift me.
Absolutely. We think same. That is
That
that is why
mind.
we are here.
Absolutely. See, that's why I was meant to meet you. And I love, Harmandeep, who gave me your name. I'm like, she's
Thank
a
you.
doll. I'm like, I met her
Our
through
pleasure.
another one of my clients that I interviewed.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
yeah, there's always reasons. And that's because, sometimes you put a prayer out or an intention and then it comes back. So my intention years
Absolutely.
ago was I have to get there out in a big way, God, what do I do? And I was doing local
Mm,
workshops and a lot of speaking, and I was
mm.
told to do a podcast. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm like, okay, if
Yeah.
God's telling me that's my next step, I'm going to do it, And that's
Cool,
that's how
cool,
I
cool.
kind of started that.
No, lovely, lovely. I really was happy
Yeah,
to see I saw your website and all that. I was like, cool, that's she's doing very good. I mean, awesome.
thank you.
Somewhere in the universe, Rosemary, we like-minded people connect.
We do. We do. We find each other, you
We
know.
find each other.
We
Yeah.
find each other.
I
And
mean,
I think it's the time. I think our energies of this light that we're bringing in, we were called. And I channeled this message. So I directly channel angels. So I channeled this message over 10 years ago that there's going to be a time when everything's going to look like hell on earth. And that's where all the light workers need to come together
yes,
and bring light and
yes.
remind people who they are.
Absolutely. This
Yeah,
is the time.
yeah,
This
this
is
is
the
the
time
time.
where everything is a chaos.
Yes.
It's literally chaos. I mean, wars and
The
people dying and
awakening.
kids dying. I
Yeah.
mean, we have to somewhere maybe uh I'm a Muslim and in Islam it's said that if there are not if there were no some of the good people in this world would have gone long time back.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. And I also, one of my really strong beliefs is that every world religion has a piece of the truth, and we're all
Absolutely.
spokes of the wheel, and the center is this light. And I believe the
Exactly.
light is God in everything. So to me,
Totally.
to say that, oh, you believe different than I do, so you're wrong and I'm right, that's not right because we are
No.
here to be the collective force of light. And the angels are coming in right now. I'm channeling because they're
Awesome.
but yeah, we are
Awesome.
the force of light that's helping the other side to bring this light back in. And all of the negativity that's been hidden, the dark and the light, is now in front of us in the 3D. It was hidden before.
Absolutely.
Now it's in our
Absolutely.
face. We can't ignore it.
So I mean, I say to anyone if they talk to me, I say the first thing is you are a human. The first
Yeah,
thing is humanity.
yeah,
Then comes the religion. If you're
yeah.
not human, you don't have a humanity.
We're
Religion
all
does not
soul.
matter.
Yeah, we're all connected. We're all connected. We just don't know we are
Exactly.
sometimes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. No,
Yes.
I love that. Okay. What are some of the things that you do personally for your own self-care and to keep yourself grounded so that you can do the work you do?
I love solitude.
Okay.
I I'm a thinker. I think a lot,
Hmm.
and I am a car enthusiast. I drive. I mean, I am into cars. I go on a long drive, and
Hmm.
you won't believe it. Me and my car talks. We speak,
Uh-huh.
and and the nice music. So I channelize my energy in that way rather than wasting my energy or something like that. Yeah, there are ups and downs. We
Mhm.
sometimes get I we won't tell people that you, oh, no, there is no negative thoughts. There are negative thoughts.
Of
Negative
course
thoughts
there
do
are.
come. It's
Yeah.
okay to have a negative thoughts, right? It's okay.
Yeah.
Unless and until we won't have a negative thoughts or something which is hurting us, we will not be able to correct it or we will not be able to go to the positive way.
It's the awareness of it. Yeah. See, once you're
Exactly.
aware, you can make a choice then. Do I hold it? Do I understand it? Can I let it go? Because
Exactly.
those kind of thoughts, you don't want to hold like, anger at someone because then the coal burns you. It's like, okay,
Mm.
I understand this. I can communicate it. I can let it go.
Yeah. So
Right.
and plus I write.
Mm-hmm.
I write a lot. And then I keep myself busy in I watch a lot of documentaries. I was myself a filmmaker. I have made a lot of documentaries myself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So these things I keep myself, Rosemary, as much I can be engaged. So
Mhm.
I tell to your audience also to people also keep yourself engaged rather than keeping your
Stagnant.
mind in such a way that it gets into a negative thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, keep yourself busy, not busy with something which excites you, which
Yeah.
makes you happy, which makes you, okay, I want to do it more. I mean,
Yes.
because yeah, we do feel bored, like we are doing a monotonous job, but then how you break that monotonous way is how you will have to pep up yourself. You have to make yourself happy. Your happiness is you, not somebody else.
Yes, that's really true. And I think too, a lot of people spend their lives chasing money instead of chasing what they love to do. Like I was a teacher. I loved teaching kids. I had a blast with it. I loved it. And I also loved teaching adults. So when I left education, I was still educating, but in a different way. And to me,
Hmm.
that just brings me such joy to be able to do that. But so many people are doing a job they don't like. It's getting them ill. They hate doing it, but they say, I'm doing it for the money. Well, what is your life worth? You're
No point.
your commerce of your life for that thing you hate to do. To me, you spend a lot of life working. You gotta love it. Gotta love what you're doing.
I'm into corporate. I'm into IT firm, right? I'm an American company,
Hmm.
and I see people in the morning, Rosemary, when they come to office, they're like dead. Oh my God, why I'm in the office? Why I came to work? I don't tell them directly, but I tell myself, why are you here then?
Yeah, that's right. Bring
Why?
joy to whatever you do.
Bring joy to that whole workplace, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I used to sit in a cubicle and I there were few more they were that was not my team, but that they were like from other teams. Like, I mean, we used to say hello, and they
Hmm.
used to say hello. And you won't believe it. One day, this guy comes to me, to my desk, and he says, "We see you every day. We are sitting nearby each other, but we never talk. But I felt today I should talk to you, and I want to
Hmm.
say something to you." I said, "Yeah, please go ahead." So he is saying me, "I want to thank you." I said, "Why?" He said, "You coming to office, actually, we all
Sure.
just, it enlightens, it just,
They feel
we
your
become
energy.
happy you are
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
It cheers up that whole
yeah.
environment." I said, "Wow." He said,
Yeah.
"No, I'm serious." I said, "Oh, thank you so much. If I'm doing that
Yes.
too." So it's just an energy,
It's
Rosemary,
an
that
energy.
energy we pass up to that area, and people
Love
are
that.
actually feeling that energy.
I really believe that. And they say, I know that the aura has such power to it, like the energetic
Yes,
field that we have. And if you enter a room and you have a strong, powerful aura, other people are vibrationally feeling that positivity. In the same token, if you've got prickly vibes and prickly aura, other people can also feel that and be repelled. And it's our
absolutely.
thoughts, it's the way we live our life, it's what we're aligned with that brings this beautiful vibrational energy out so that other people can enjoy it as well as us. So I think it's part of our
Uh,
mission.
Yeah, Rosemary, have you felt or have you experienced that you are in a public place or you take a cab or you're in a public transport and some stranger comes to you, they start talking to you?
Constantly since I've been a kid. And people tell me their darkest secrets that they've never told anyone as they tell me. And I've had this since I've been a child. And
My
it's
God, we are on the same boat.
really, I've always, my
I mean,
father was the same way. My father was just like that too. We always had say, you just sit down and someone will tell you their story.
yeah, sometimes I get surprised.
Yeah.
why that person's
Yeah.
comes to me and
That
shares his
safety.
story to me, and it's
Yeah.
just in a 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they
Yeah.
just open up.
They
And
just open up.
I mean, I don't know, they get that good feeling and they feel good. Whether what we nod or we smile or we give some advice, they feel complete.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I can say, hello, how are you? Or just hello. And someone will say, well, let me tell you. And they'll sit down and tell me a secret or something no one else knows in their life. I'm like, okay. You know? But
Yeah,
I just feel
that
that's why God
happens to
put
me.
me there. You know, I'm there to be a sounding board for somebody or to help them have a better day. Maybe they're
Yeah.
struggling and they can't tell anyone. So just me being there helped to shift them in some small way. And that's just awesome.
I mean, I feel if by your presence someone can have a smile and it will make up his or her day, that is enough for you.
That's right. That's
That
right.
makes your
That's a
day. I mean,
great gift.
that's
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah, it's a
yes,
great gift.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
what are some of your other books? I know you mentioned The Unleashing the Radiant Self, The Rivers That Raised My Heart. What are the other ones that you are working on that you mentioned
Uh,
or that you have
I
there?
there is a book, My Perspective and Thoughts During Lockdown. I had this is my
Okay.
second book. This I
Okay.
had written. So when we were in lockdown, so I
Oh
wrote
yes.
this book. So I took various topics, what
Yeah.
happened around in lockdown. So that is about all those thoughts, all the
Beautiful.
chaotic thoughts, and I put them on the paper. So that's my
Love
second.
that.
And my first book was also a poem. That is poems about love and life.
Yes, I write as well. So I also write poetry. I have about 11 published books, but I have three of them are spiritual books. So I have
Awesome.
Divine Messengers, I have Inspired a Book from the Heart, and Wisdom Sages and Angels. And, talking about different things. And then I write for kids too. So
Yeah, all
that's
right, all
fun.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So are your books
Yeah.
on Amazon? Can people find them on
Yes, they
Amazon
yes, they all are on Amazon and they are on Kindle,
and Kindle?
Amazon Kindle also. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And so also I just want to make sure I don't forget is how do people contact you if they need what you do? Or do you do like guidance sessions on Zoom with people?
They can come to me through my Instagram, Masarat Muse, which is my Instagram. They can DM me and talk to me, and then yes, I can guide them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm there always to help people,
Yeah. I'm
like
trying to,
you do.
yes. I'm trying to figure out Instagram. I use it some, but I'm not great at it. So I've been using other things better, I think. I was able to find yours. I clicked on it when Harmon Dig sent me the link. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I like this guy. Very nice
Yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
people can come through that to me. They can DM me through my Instagram.
beautiful. And you do TED Talks. I'm curious about that as well because I've done speaking for years. In fact, I'm going through the speaker lab now to get into corporate and do speaking where I actually get paid for it. But but that's been cool. So tell me about your TED Talks. So where have you done those?
So I did it in India only.
Hmm.
My TED Talk. It was there's a place, state MP, and there's a place called Bhopal, and it
Hmm.
was there. So the topic which was given to me was how you redefine your life.
Okay.
And so then I spoke about that. So what I did is I took my two stories,
Hmm.
uh, my two journeys. One is my the summit which I did, how
Yep.
it redefined my life, and then in lockdown I became author.
Okay.
So I married these two stories and I explain how it can redefine your life. So
Interesting.
the thing is that fear, challenges, obstacles, risks, everything comes. We
Yeah.
all have our mountains, right? We have so many mountains to summit, right?
Yes.
But there is a way to summit these mountains. We have tools with us to summit these mountains. That is hope,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a hope. You can there is a resilience,
Mm-hmm.
right? There is some there is a optimism, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have these tools with you, you can summit these mountains.
I
You
agree.
don't need anything else. So again, and plus, people feel that challenges are obstacles. Like I cannot do it. It's a
Opportunities.
challenge.
I think they're
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah, so I say challenges are opportunities. As you say, they are the invitations.
Yeah.
They invite you. They
To grow.
invite you to do more, to grow. So to
Hmm.
redefine your life. If you redefine your challenges, if you redefine the negativities and that pessimism, you will redefine your life.
I
It
believe.
just it's just you need to actually get up. And when I was on a summit, I was shivering, right? I was in
Yeah.
cold and I was shivering. So I tell people that unless and until you will not shiver, you will not feel that pain. You're not doing anything. You need to feel that pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, I often think the capacity for love and the capacity for feeling any of your emotions, including the negative ones that we call negative, are all parts of the human experience. So you can't just be one or the other. You have to allow yourself to walk through those things that are difficult to be able to grow as a person. And, we've all
Exactly.
been through challenges in our life. And I think the challenges make us the deepest part of who we are and why we came here to Earth. I really believe that we're all born here on a mission to be able to do what's in our blueprint, to be able to surpass what we think we can do, and I think that's all part of our experience.
Exactly. So that is what my TED talk is, it's on TED.com, it's live.
Hmm.
And you can search for TEDx and my name Masarat and you will see me. It
Beautiful.
will be there. And I mean, again, you're giving back to the people. You're telling them
Yes,
what I have done to be myself.
that's right.
And you can do it to be yourself
That's right.
rather than
Then be someone
cribbing.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why to unnecessary crib and curse and
Yeah.
not, no, you don't need to that. Just do something. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
in life. If
Yeah.
Rosemary can do it, you can do it.
That's absolutely right. And I also say, you got to try different things. Sometimes you have to be open to trying things. And if it's not your thing, you'll know. And if it is your thing, you're going to feel resonant with it. So, try different
Absolutely.
experiences and see what fits with your nature of who you are.
Honestly, I was not, I didn't know that I'll become an author. I
Hmm.
was not, I was saying, me and author, no way.
Hmm.
Today I'm a published author.
I
I
love it.
mean, I
Yeah.
mean, it just happened. I mean, it's focus.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
focus.
That's
I
right.
mean, I used to write articles, Rosemary, and my dad told me, "Why don't you write a book?" I said, "Me and book? No, no way." But I did it,
Right.
and I mean, today in 4 years, I've written 4 books.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the words need to be expressed. And I think, a lot of times when we just try something we don't know we can do, and then we're like, oh, that's cool. And you don't worry about the idea of perfection. Like when I started my podcast, I had no idea what I was doing, but I just knew that I love to talk to people. And I
yes.
could get, pull information from them that's helpful to people. So that's kind of where I started. And then it
And
is
that's
what
what
it is.
people, that's what everyone has to think. They don't have to.
You don't have to
They
be
don't have to
perfect.
worry about the validation. They don't have to worry about is somebody liking this, yes or no.
No, just be
Are
authentic.
you sure? Then be authentic. That's it. Do
Yeah,
you like it? Do you feel that yes, I'm giving some message or I'm doing something good for myself or my
that's
family or
right.
myself? That's it.
Yes,
That's it. If
that's
they
it.
feel good, you're good.
You
You
feel the
don't have
love.
to, yeah, you don't need to have, you don't
Oh,
need to get validation and people will say, yes, it's good, it's not good. No, 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 no. I mean, don't bother about
people
that.
that like you will like you. People that don't aren't your people. It's okay.
Exactly. It's okay. It's okay. But
Yes,
yeah, one has to be authentic, like you said. They have to be authentic. They have to have ethics in life.
yes,
They have to
absolutely.
have a humanity. They should know what they are
Integrity.
doing. That
Yes,
matters.
I
But
love that.
if a person is honest to himself or herself,
Yeah,
then they can be honest to anything. If they
I
are
love-
not honest to themselves, it's waste.
that's right. That's right. To me, integrity is very important. The way I
Very
live my
important.
life is being very high integrity because that's how I choose to be. It's the best.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
talking to you today, and it's been such
Me
a
too.
pleasure having you on. So I hope people will find you on Instagram and reach out, and I hope they could find my workshop sessions and books at rosemaryd.com. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I thank you so much for your gift of your time today.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Rosemary, and what
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. Take care. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you.